Fishroom Fanatics. So you probably can't hear me very well, but I'm right by the air pump. So we have finally managed to get the shrimp tank moved down, as you can see. And we have also split them up. So we have 1, 2 here. Oh, sorry. There's 3, there's 4. So we have 4 tanks now where we split the shrimp up. There's probably 60 to 70 in each tank. And this is what we did. We pulled all the plants and stuff out of the one that was upstairs, all the Java moss, and there's probably some shrimp in here as well we need to fish out. But we just put them all in, all the shrimp in the buckets, carried it downstairs, and got it loaded up. So you can see, I mean, there's some of them that are super beautiful, and these guys are a lot easier to see now too because there's not as much decoration in there. But that will change, so I want to get them now. But you can definitely see, I mean, the color on them is just amazing. They're really, really, really bright and beautiful, and a lot of the females. I mean, just looking in the other tank, you can see there's another example, 2 examples. You know, they're just super bright. They're doing really, really great. And it's really cool to see. Now, this is the tank we moved from upstairs, so it's a little more cloudy because the sand got kind of stirred up. When we went through and made sure that we stirred it all up with our fingers and made sure it was flat, just so there would be no ammonia pockets. But we have quite a few males, quite a few females in here as well. And this is the one that came down with plants in it, so we didn't pull all the plants out, but there's a good number of them in there. And you see we got Indian almond leaves as well. And there's still snails in this tank, and there's gonna be some snails in the other tanks as well. Only because, again, it's friendly for them. I mean, it creates a biome that they can sustain themselves in because everything flushes out. But, and you can kind of see, and I'm trying to do my best to show you, but there's shrimp in every single tank. And it may not look like there's a ton of them in here, but I can assure you there's between 50, 60, maybe even 70 in each of these tanks at this moment. I mean, there's close to 300 shrimp, and we still have the other bucket to go through. So, the angels didn't make it, the eggs didn't make it, and this is part of the reason here. It's only, you know, 76, and they need to be higher. The difference is now we have discovered that without heaters in these tanks, the shrimp will, the tanks fluctuate between about 70 and 68 to 70 degrees, 71 even. So, and you can see there's Indian almond leaves and Indian almond leaves, and somebody's here behind me and just dipping them in as we're talking. But yeah, none of the other tanks are set up just yet. Again, we will have shrimp in this tank. I'm not going to tell you what type of shrimp, but they are coming. It may not be for a little while yet, but they will be here. They will be going in this tank, this tank, this tank, and possibly maybe this tank. Maybe, I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how it goes. But I know for sure this one, and this one will get the new shrimp. And yeah. So just a quick update on the shrimps, and I know I just did a shrimp update on them the other day, but we finally got it moved. We finally got them separated, and we've got some bull females in every tank, so we're gonna definitely try to continue that line. But I mean, you can see that there's quite a few in each of these tanks that are just, I mean, they're beautiful. So we're hoping to keep that way. And there's so many babies, it's ridiculous. Like, I never thought it would take literally 2 hours to clean out a tank and then fish them back out and try to put them back in another tank when you have over 300 shrimp. I had no idea. I mean, fish, it only takes like 20 minutes or 30 minutes for a lot of them. Shrimp's a whole nother ball game. And it took it took quite a while. So if this is something you're looking to do, just keep that in mind. They are time consuming when you go to split them up and move them out and kind of change them around. It's definitely worth it, but it does take some time. And you can see there's still snails in here. So a majority of them were pulled out and they were put into the guppy/buffer tank. And you can kind of see now there's also black sand because I just dumped the cup in here. with the old shrimp water. Normally you would never do that, but I know for a fact that the shrimp tank was clean. Everything was good. This tank's already got sand in it, so I'm not concerned with adding the additional sand to it. But yeah, they all, I mean, you can see there's just scattered. There was probably 100 snails that went in here. And they've all kind of made their way about wherever they're going. So, come to find out, we have a male and a female pea puffer as well. That was really super exciting. I noticed that today. I've recorded them numerous times, but I haven't had a chance to get them by each other where they were swimming directly next to each other. And today, for whatever reason, glanced over. And speaking of which, might not be able to see it because it's like kind of buried it back there, but there you go. Both of them are there. They're hanging out a lot more. One has a yellow belly and the other one has a super white belly. That's how you differentiate which one's a male and which one's a female. And if I'm not mistaken, the males tend to be a little more outward going. They swim around the tank a lot more, whereas the females tend to stay back and kind of hide. There's a good shot. You can see that one's super white on the bottom. Like, it's pretty white. And if you look at this bottom, these guys have already been munching on the snails. I can tell by their bellies. But if you can tell on the bottom of that one, you know, I'm trying to get a good view, but she's kind of not, oh, there we go. Her belly is a lot more yellow than white. So that'll probably yellow up more in the coming future. But yeah, I mean, you can see they're already making a smorgasbord meal of all these snails that are in there. They have no qualms about eating snails at all. It's probably one of their favorite foods, so they got fed really, really well today. But that really wraps up everything that's going on. We are going to get this tank cleaned out today. I've been saying that for like the last, I don't know, week or so, and it really, really, really needs to be cleaned out. You should never neglect your tanks like this, ever. But we've just been super busy and haven't had a whole lot of time to get everything done. Today, obviously being a holiday, so I'm recording this on Memorial Day as well as putting it up on Memorial Day. We had a little bit of an additional time to do everything we wanted to do. So this is going to get cleaned out tonight. The fry tank already got cleaned out tonight. The angel tank's going to get cleaned out tonight because it needs it. And that's really about it. All the other tanks had water changes on them. The fry tank's already been done. And you can see how big these guys are getting. I love that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But in terms of actual cleaning, those are the only ones that really need it. So they'll get taken care of tonight. And that's really about it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, please drop them in that box down there. Any suggestions, they're always welcome. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, share. Let's try to get this channel out to as many people as possible to get more people in the fish keeping hobby. And as always, happy fish keeping.